Right, so you ready for this show?
Always. I was born ready.
Is that true, though?
9 days late I was born. It's just a known thing that I'm always late. So, Bachwa!
Hello and welcome to Sweet Connection. I'm your host, Catus. With me today, as always, is my co-host, Jason Lewis. Jason, how the bloody hell are you?
Very good, Ben. Very good. How are you?
I'm good. We have just recorded our new outro, which hopefully will debut on this episode.
Well, a lot better than the last attempt.
It did, yeah. I mean, you did still make the exact same mistake where you kept on calling it at We Sweet Connection podcast.
We Sweet Connection.
I mean, did you have to do it in that accent? But
That's my Portuguese accent.
Is it? That's not Portuguese. Who you trying to kid here? Me or yourself? So yeah, hopefully that will be up and running.
Yes.
Went flawlessly, apart from one outtake.
Two mistakes.
What were the two mistakes? Yeah.
Well, one was you forgot to record.
Well, more of an act of God, really. That one, isn't it? Okay, I'm not paying out for that.
Oh, if only he was real.
Very true. Right, so last week, obviously we were accompanied by the dog Bobby.
Yes.
And he was in and out of the show as if to illustrate my point. He was just about to come in now, but no, he's not. And also, what we didn't know until after we'd stopped recording is that he'd pooped in the kitchen.
Oh yeah.
Did you see? You saw that, didn't you?
That was horrendous. I left straight after. Stinky boy.
Yeah. So I'm not sure whether that was his review of our show.
What pile of shit.
Just a pile of shit.
Smelly shit.
But yeah, that happened. So hopefully,
if he does it again,
that won't happen tonight. Yeah.
Then
we know that we're the factor in him just doing a shit in the
Yeah.
kitchen. So
because you let him out into the garden before we recorded, because you thought,
Yes.
I'll do this just in case he has an accident whilst we're recording. And he's out in the garden for a good 10 minutes, and then he goes off and does that. So it must be the show.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
So, Jason, I had my second work due on Friday.
How was it?
Would you like to know how it went?
I'd love to.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, good. Moving on.
No. Let's talk.
Where did you go?
We went to Portman Road.
Oh, yes. We talked about this.
Yes. So yeah, it was actually quite nice inside there.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was at the Legends Suite.
Oh.
So obviously
you were there.
I was there.
Yeah.
They had a sign on the door saying she must be at least this much of a legend to come in and just like a picture of me.
Oh.
It's like, oh yeah. But
yeah.
yeah.
You had to be this tall to ride this ride, because obviously you wouldn't be allowed in, really, would you?
I mean, you can't be good at everything, I feel. So, so you may as well be good at most things, but just abnormally short.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Okay.
But anyway, we had some food. Food was actually pretty good.
What was the food?
I had potato and leek soup for starter.
I don't like soup.
You're not?
Nah, can't get my head around it. Would you rather have, a vegetable or a meaty drink? Nah, doesn't make any sense to me. Nah.
Yeah.
It's just basically a hot smoothie in a bowl.
A hot smoothie in a bowl. I mean, that is literally what it is.
And I can't get my head around it.
It's just food-flavoured tea, isn't it?
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, it was fine. For mains, I had turkey.
Good, you got to. It really annoys me. Like, we were playing our work Christmas, doing all these pick away and go out for meals, and we'd pick stuff that didn't have...
Has that happened yet, your work do?
No, next week.
Next week.
Doing it in the office.
Oh, yeah,
but,
you said
it's really annoying how, you look at restaurants and their, Christmas special dinner isn't a roast dinner. It's like, well, we're not going there then. Well, they want to go to, a curry house. Well, no, because they're not going to
curry house?
Yeah. It's like, no, they're not going to do a roast dinner, are they?
No.
So, horrendous.
Yeah, some people on my table had fish for their main course. And I was like, what is the point in you even being here? Horrendous. Yeah, I had turkey, and they passed the, you know how they have the bowls of veg that they pass round? I was just like, no thanks. So I just passed it to the person next to me, I don't want any vegetables. I'm not paying for the veg.
But when they brought around the bowl of pigs and blankets,
they didn't have them actually.
What?
Yeah, I hadn't really thought about that until just a second. They didn't have pigs and blankets. Is it really a Christmas dinner if there's no pigs and blankets?
Definitely not. No, it's not worth it. Might as well go home.
Yeah. So, we had some drinks. Unfortunately, it wasn't a free bar. And we went out to a club afterwards. Would you like to guess how much money... Would you guess how much money I spent Bearing in mind, it's not a free bar, and we went into a club afterwards.
I reckon you're going to surprise me, because in my first head I was thinking, it's got to be like 100, 200 quid. But I reckon you actually only spent like 6 quid, and that was entry into a club.
You know what? You are spookily spot on. I spent £7. Fucking that was like some Darren Brown shit. That's exactly. I didn't pay for a single drink.
It's because I'm the master at not spending any money on a night out. That's why. I went on a night out once with 20 quid. I came back with 30 quid. That's how good I am.
All right, did you explain how that happened?
Well, you know when it's sort of like, do you mind just going to the bar for me? And they give you some money. I just didn't go to the bar.
So basically, you just stole some money off some people then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's theft. I mean,
wow,
there was no real method to that. You just stole some people's money.
Well,
Anyway, so I did end up getting, like, not really drunk, but I'd say, like, sort of pleasantly drunk.
So was your boss buying you your drinks?
No, they...
You do like to brown nose your boss, don't you?
I don't brown nose anyone.
Do beforehand.
We? Do I do that?
Yeah, like you play squash with him and you lose to him on purpose. You're like, well done, Mr. Johnson.
I've never let him beat me, so you could say that's actually gonna go against me. But anyway, so I got like what I call happily drunk. We had a bit of a dance on the dance floor, which is not something that I usually do.
No, you sort of stand around the outside and stare at people whilst drinking your pint of Stella. Yeah,
so me and my friend, we both kind of wanted to dance, but both knew it was not really our thing. So we said we'd wait until we hear the song, that we both look at each other and go, this is the song.
This is the one.
And that song ended up being the Macarena.
Oh, no.
You know what? Fuck it, I don't care. I liked it.
That's a simple dance, though, isn't it?
Yes. Yes. Even though I do usually sort of forget how you dance to it when I first start dancing to it, and then I have to look at other people, because usually my hands are going like to my knees and to my nose and stuff when
shoulders,
knees and toes. Oh, that's that song, is it? Oh, okay. But so we had that. I also did some flossing as well.
Oh,
yeah.
I forgot you were a 12-year-old girl.
I'm not. Oh, I see. I did that. But yeah. Have you ever flossed before?
Yes.
I
try and impress my nephews.
Okay. How good are you at flossing?
Awful.
You're not very good at flossing?
Awful. I'm like Harry Redknapp.
You're Harry Redknapp? Yeah. Oh, yeah, because I did have to actually find a video that says how to floss for dummies. And even then, I can only really do it for about 5 seconds before my hips go out of sequence. and I end up just kind of throwing random thrusts into the air.
And then about 5 seconds later, my hips sort of
crack.
Yeah.
Like an old man. Yeah. So, also had some shots as well. I did my classic thing where I have a shot, I retch on it, I nearly throw up, but I managed to keep it down. So that's just me with any kind of.
Same.
No, it was like half Jack Daniels, like half vodka or something. Like it was half and half and half in a shot. Oh. And I was just like, this is awful. And then again, I didn't pay for it, so don't really care.
That's fine.
But yeah, so
the dog is running around.
He is. He bloody loves it. Well, long as he doesn't shit in the kitchen.
Here.
Well, actually, I've actually shut the kitchen door, so if you did shit in the kitchen, I'd be very impressed. Or he'll just shit in my bedroom, shit in my pillowcase.
Oh, I reckon he's done that.
If he does,
you're all right.
Not be happy.
He just yawned.
Yeah, fuck him. So I'm saying, what songs would you dance to? Is there any song where it comes on at the club or at wherever?
Oh, there's a lot. There is a lot. Doesn't take, because obviously, as you know, it doesn't take a lot for me to get intoxicated.
No, it does not.
And when I'm intoxicated, it doesn't take a lot to get me on the dance floor.
No.
We don't have to take our clothes off to have a good time. That's a jam for me.
What?
We don't have to take
I wasn't sure if that was a song or not. I wasn't sure if that was a song.
That's
I didn't.
One.
I've never heard that song.
Yeah.
I have no idea what that song
Love
is.
that song. Gangman Style.
What?
What's hands again?
You just said gay man style. Gangman style. Gay man style.
Gay man style is my jam. That's a good one. What are the Bandbox classics that are on every week?
The one that's always on is I'm Drinking Rum and Red Bull.
That's one.
That's a good one.
And Baby Shark.
I do not understand the obsession. Shark. You're a full-grown man. I do not understand people's obsession with that song.
No, it's just easy, isn't it, for the little idiot kids.
And you, apparently, because you love it.
But yeah, definitely that. And any song by Queen.
By Queen? Yeah. That's a good shout.
I like the dramatic ones, like Who Wants to Live Forever by Queen.
Yeah.
Who wants to do... That one we sort of like diving around the room and like that. That's quite good. Yeah.
What are you on about?
I don't know.
Okay.
Just big tunes get me going.
Big tunes, yeah?
Yeah.
Big tunes, like the cha-cha slide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That gets me out.
It's good because, because the song actually has the dance moves in the lyrics.
Yeah. So it's easy.
So you don't have to actually remember the dance moves to do that one.
I used
which
to be
I
able to
like.
go all the way down low, but I couldn't anymore. I can't anymore.
It's like, my knees.
Yeah, it is. It is more like, oh god, I'm going to be feeling that tomorrow. Because I'm old.
You are old.
I am old.
You're young and old.
Yeah.
Great.
Christ.
Great.
Middle-aged.
Middle-aged, maybe. Jason.
Yes.
Crazy conspiracy theories. Okay. What do you think of them?
Really entertaining.
I've got a few here.
My favourite conspiracy theory is about what happened to Madeleine McCann.
Oh, we're not going to be able to use
Well, there was
this.
one Twitter thread that
We're not going to be able to use
and
this.
if you'd have prepped me for this, I would have read this whole thread. Give me
Right.
5 minutes to try and find it. But you talk to me about other conspiracy theories.
I mean, am I even going to use this? I don't know. All right, flat
You are
Earth.
now.
Flat Earth. Oh, yeah, now it's part of the show. I've got to now. Flat Earth. All right. What do you think of
Stupid.
people who think the Earth is flat?
I reckon they got dropped on their heads when they were a baby.
That's certainly one explanation.
And then also desperate people who are crying out for some attention.
And there are also people who are going to risk their lives. You know, the guy who made a homemade rocket
Yes.
which is obviously very dangerous. I mean, like, he isn't dead, but if he continues,
Might as well be.
if upstairs he's dead, but if you continue doing that, you are just going to kill yourself at some point.
Yeah. 100%. And he
100%.
probably deserves it.
Yeah, so I think that they believe that the Earth is a flat disk, and on the outer edges of the disk is the ice caps.
Yeah.
So it's on the edge of the thing. Hence why if you keep going far enough, you reach ice caps.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what they think about where the water goes.
It just flows off, doesn't it? That's what it does.
Flows off, okay,
Yeah.
and then just leaves.
Just leaves.
Forever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just lands on Pluto.
How do we get? Okay. Your knowledge of the solar system is wildly out of date. First of all,
Pluto's at the bottom, so that's what I was thinking.
it's not at the bottom, is it? It's not even a planet anymore. Second of
cute little thing. I thought he got his planet title back.
no, this is old news. It's not a
It was
planet.
converted to a dwarf planet like 12 years ago, but I'm pretty sure he got his planet title back a couple of years ago.
I don't think it is. I'm pretty sure you're wrong.
Probably.
Anyway.
But I'm giving myself a good
Anyway, whether it is a planet or a dwarf planet, it's certainly that the water from the Earth's edge doesn't end up on Pluto, because Pluto is very far out.
go. Yeah, and the water trickles down.
You know what? I'm just gonna.
I'm just thinking.
I'll just let that slide.
I'm just thinking of the mind of a flat Earth conspiracy person.
A flat earther.
Yeah, I'm just pretending to be one of them.
Yeah.
So I might sound like an idiot because I am one.
Right. Okay. Is this you doing that impression, or is this you now?
That was me talking about doing the impression.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So you're still an idiot or not?
Probably.
Okay. Fine. All right. Great. How about the theory that the royal family are in fact 7-foot lizards?
No.
Have you heard of this one?
No.
Okay. Basically, there's this guy who's called David Icke or something like that.
Okay.
And
It's very icky.
he has this theory that that the royal family and most world leaders are in fact 7-foot lizards.
Okay.
And he has these videos on YouTube of like some president on the news, and then like he'll turn his head and his eyes will like flash yellow, which he thinks is proof that they are in fact 7-foot lizards.
Okay.
He hasn't got really much more proof than that, to be honest.
Just some good editing skills.
Just some good, yeah. I mean, he's got like iMovie or Windows Movie Maker.
Windows Movie Maker. That's the one.
So yeah, you know what? I don't think they're 7-foot lizards.
No.
I think they're 8-foot lizards.
Yeah. 6.5.
6.5 foot, yeah.
Come on.
You
There's
know.
got to be at least
About my height, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, 4.5 foot.
4.5 foot lizards.
Yeah.
You'd just kick them, wouldn't you?
I just can't find any of these Madeleine McCann theories.
I mean, this probably good.
There's like a huge thread on Twitter that is. Like
I don't want to have these on the show. Do you know how many Madeleine McCann comments I've had to edit out of previous shows because you keep on dropping her in?
I imagine the drunk episode there's quite a few.
There were quite a few.
Well, I just want to know what happened to her, and I want her parents to be found guilty.
Okay.
I mean, for starters, right, we're going back to it now.
I guess we're doing this now. All right. I guess we are doing it. All right. Go on then.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Let's get this
when
one.
the sniffer dogs.
I just won't publish this episode. That's fine.
The sniffer dogs came to the flat that she disappeared from.
Yeah.
And smelt this is quite weird, but they smelt blood, and there was a sniffer dog that sniffs out death. Right?
It sniffs out death.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It sniffs out
God
when there's
almighty.
death. Oh, honestly, Google it.
I'm not Googling can dogs
and there was
sniff
blood.
death.
There was traces of Madeline's blood in the flat, in the hire car, and in their car. And when they interviewed Mrs. McCann, she refused to answer any questions.
I don't know
48 questions Madeline McCann's mother refused to answer.
Yeah, got them.
Right, hold on.
I mean,
I got the transcript up.
I've got lots of topics that I wanted to talk about.
Well, I'll just do
Madeline McCann, funnily enough, isn't one of them.
I'll do the first 5. And then
Oh, brilliant. Only the first 5? Yeah, that seems reasonable. Go on then.
She refused to answer this question.
Yeah.
On May 3rd, 2007, around 10 p.m, when you entered the apartment, what did you see? What did you do? Where did you look? What did you touch? She refused to answer that question. Weird.
Right.
If your child's gone missing, you'd answer any question. 2. Did you search inside the master bedroom wardrobe? Refused to answer, because there's traces of blood in that wardrobe.
Okay.
Why was the curtain by the sofa near the side window tampered with? Did someone go behind the sofa? The sniffer dog smelt death behind that sofa.
You keep saying it like it's a thing. How do you sniff death? What does death smells like?
I don't
Musty.
know. Yeah. Why did you say Madeline had been abducted? Refused to answer it.
Well, isn't that quite an obvious? I mean, like, if she's not there.
And also what's weird, right? Like, days
on then.
after she went missing and they went on TV, they left the kids, because she got 2 twin other kids, she left them alone in an apartment again. Like, learn from your mistakes, woman. So, conspiracy theory on that one, I'm very much a believer.
See, I'm a believer.
Oh, that gives me dancing as well.
If I try.
Yeah. So that's a good conspiracy
So
theory.
you're well up for
I'll do some research onto it for next week's show.
Oh, I mean...
Did Bush do 9/11?
That's one I've got here.
Oh,
Did he?
okay.
No, he didn't. Moving
he
on.
didn't.
No. But
it is a bit weird.
some people say, God, what's weird about it?
When the sniffer dogs...
Oh my God. Alright, one question. Can sniffer dogs melt steel beams?
Probably.
Probably. Oh,
They can sniff it hard enough.
They can sniff it hard enough. Yeah, so they think that it was a controlled explosion.
No.
I mean, that's sort of ignoring the 2 fucking massive planes that flew into the building.
Because obviously they went in like that, and they watch it in slow-mo, like this floor blew up. And it's like, well, probably because there was a gas leak and all this. And just, yeah, no, it was a tragic event.
Yes.
And the government had nothing to do with it.
No.
Apart from murdering hundreds of thousands of innocent people in the years afterwards. But, you know, that's a story for
in the years
day.
prior and the years afterwards.
Yeah, but, you know, it had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, okay, yeah. You know, when he was told that they had been attacked, he was at a school. He was reading a story called My Happy Duck to like some first graders, and he
finished. Didn't he? Someone told him, and then
some aide whispered into his ear, just like, "Yo, there's been a attack," and he kind of like stood there or like sort of sat there pondering it. Then like had like a look at the book.
I'm gonna finish.
I'm gonna finish this book. Okay. Yeah. No, he didn't do that.
No, he didn't do that. Although, if he did do that, interesting. But he didn't.
He's not. He's not the sort of person who's intelligent enough to get away with it.
No,
unless his entire life is all a ruse, and he's in fact like an evil mastermind.
He's a 7-foot lizard.
He is a 7-foot lizard. And can lizards melt steel beams?
Have we just figured this out?
And can lizards melt steel beams?
Yeah.
Yes, they can.
They can. And sniffer dogs can.
So can dogs smell lizards?
It depends. If you've got the deaf ones, then they can't.
Okay. Okay, so it could smell a dead lizard.
Yeah, I reckon it could.
Okay, great. Okay, how about Princess Diana being killed by the royal family?
No. I'm a royalist. I fucking
every
love the
time
Queen.
I learn some new information about you, you just get even stranger.
I love the Queen.
Do you?
And there is no way that she would get Diana killed.
Yeah, but think about it, though.
Prince Charles, on the other hand, he's a shifty character, isn't he?
Yeah, but think about it, though. All right, she was a very popular princess, so maybe they were sick of all the attention she was getting.
It was a very different era for the royals there, weren't it? But I think if that was the case, Diana would have been killed in a very less public way.
That's very true. I mean, like, it's quite hard to organise death by car accident.
Yeah.
Because she didn't have her belt on, which if she had, she might still be alive. and like I think that her driver was drunk or something.
I mean, my conspiracy theory on it is that the press killed Diana, and the only person they could blame is the royals, because the press are a bunch of bastards.
That's great. I've just found some glass in my hoodie, and I don't know where that's from.
Superb.
Anyway, I'll certainly leave that bit in. Anyway, as you were saying, something about the royals killing Diana.
Yeah, no, the royals didn't kill Diana. The press did.
The press
but
did.
Because the royals are the only people that... what was the royal law? They're the only people that don't have to supply knowledge or something. Or they're the only people in the country...
You're certainly not supplying any knowledge at the moment, Jason.
They're the only people that don't have to speak to journalism. Like
Journalists.
That was like the rule from...
You don't have to speak to a journalist.
No, but you could... Like,
if a journalist came up to you in the street, you don't have to speak to them.
No, but there's a law about...
oh, God damn it.
Law about the royals and journalism.
I'm pretty sure that the Queen she doesn't have to have a driver's license.
Yeah.
But also, she's like 90, so she shouldn't be driving anyway. But she didn't have to have a driver's license.
That's pretty cool. But she can't drive on like the roads or something. But she can drive.
She can drive on the roads.
Yeah. Or does she?
Yeah, she can drive on the roads.
Yeah, she can drive on the roads.
I mean, like, why would she?
Well, get some milk.
I'm pretty sure that she has butlers to do that. Like 25 butlers who can get them in.
Right, here's a question. Look, there's always on everyone's mind when they're growing up.
Yeah.
Does the Queen wipe her own bottom?
Yes.
Or does someone do it for her?
Well, I'd say maybe now, maybe not. Because she is really old.
I reckon she uses a bidet.
A bidet?
Yeah.
What's a bidet?
It's like a little like low-level toilet you get next to a toilet with a tap on it.
Haven't we talked about this on a previous show, your love of bidets? No, it was with you. It was like last week or the week before. You were talking about different toilets or something. Go on then.
I'll have to listen back. It might have been the drunk episode. I don't think that happened.
Maybe,
then.
yeah.
But yeah, I reckon the Queen uses a bidet. A bum washer.
A bum washer.
And there's a nice little sponge on a stick to clean her...
Sponge on a stick.
Clean her gooch out.
Ah, the Queen's gooch. Her royal gooch.
I hope she's not listening.
I mean, you know what? I think she's the least likely person to
Every
listen
episode, I always say, I hope they're not listening.
Yeah.
And it's a different person.
And one day, someone who you don't want to listen will be listening.
It'll be Trump, won't it?
It'll be Trump, the Queen,
it'll be that obese
Ryan
orange
Gooding.
bastard that's listening to the show.
Oh, I've got a phone call from Laura, but I'm going to just...
Put it on loudspeaker. I'll put it on
fine.
the show.
Hello? You okay? Yeah. You are live on Sweet Connection.
Hi, Laura.
So...
She might listen to this show.
Yeah. So, how you doing? How's work? Yeah. On and off, yeah.
I hope you're not driving whilst on the phone.
I mean, she is, but I like to think she's on hands-free. Yeah.
I thought me and you were playing footsies then, but it's the dog.
That's a very weird thing to A, put on the show, and B, put on the show while my girlfriend's on the phone. Anyway, Laura, we are just so swamped. I mean, we would love to talk to you, but we are just
quickly.
We've got so much paperwork.
Quickly. Laura.
You are a first caller. Yeah, you are, actually.
Laura. Oh. Laura. What is your thoughts on any Madeleine McCann conspiracy theories?
Dead and buried.
Oh. Who by?
I don't know.
Her parents?
You?
I was 12 at the time.
So?
I was too busy wanking into a sock when I was 12.
Okay, were you in Portugal at the time?
No.
Okay. Were you near Portugal at the time?
Yes.
Okay, well there we are. Confirmed, Jason did it. Okay, alright then, honey. I'll see you later, okay?
You better cut this out.
Yeah, oh no, I won't.
No,
I'll see you later. Bye-bye.
This is going in like I'm going in hard on...
Anyway, Theresa May recently had a vote of no confidence against her.
Yes.
Against her, which she survived.
Yes.
She had 200 votes for and 117 voted against her. Which I would say, if 117 of your colleagues voted against you, that's not good.
Worried.
Right? Would you survive a vote of no confidence at work? How many people are in your work?
8.
8, okay. So let's say that 4 of them have to say, you know what, I've got no confidence in you, and you'd be fired.
Yeah.
And you polled them, would you survive?
Yes.
You would survive.
Because I'm fucking awesome.
How many people would say no, do you reckon? Any of them?
No, none of them.
Sure about that?
I'm 100% sure.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm fucking awesome.
Shall we test that?
Yeah, go on then. What I find really funny, going back to Theresa May, is that the Conservatives weren't happy with a vote that happened in 2016. Obviously, they voted her into power. So they decided to do a new vote.
What do you mean voting her into power?
Well,
no one voted anyone into her into
obviously,
power.
when David Cameron left, they had to do an internal vote as to who they want to be leader. So they had done that internal vote to get Theresa May in. They now weren't happy with what they voted for, and they wanted to do another vote. Yet, however,
yeah, but
there
she
are
only...
a lot of people that aren't happy with Brexit, but they don't want to do another referendum.
But she only won because her main opposition, Andrea Leadsom, dropped out.
Well, it doesn't matter.
So she sort of won by default.
But then they said 17 million people voted for Brexit when there's 60 million people in the country. I don't see how that's a majority.
No, there's 65 million people.
What did I say?
60.
All right. Well, even better, even worse.
Well, yes, but it's all the people who voted, though, isn't it?
Nah, ridiculous. Do it all again, that's what I say.
You can't do it all again.
Did you hear what the Luxembourg Prime Minister said?
Who gives a fuck what the Luxembourg Prime Minister said?
I think you will like it.
Where the fuck is Luxembourg?
Near Germany, I think.
Yeah, how big is the country? It's
Probably
about
the size of Suffolk.
It's about the size of a fucking postage stamp.
But anyway, so they're interviewing him.
Yeah.
And they said, are you going to be happy if, England do a no-deal Brexit? How are you going to get through that? And he goes, well, I don't care. You guys voted for it, not me.
Good, because I don't care about this fucking anecdote either,
Oh,
alright?
you know what?
The Luxembourg Prime Minister.
Fuck it.
Who is he?
Mr. Luxembourg.
Mr. Luxembourg.
Yeah.
It's quite handy
It's
here.
very weird how they vote for their presidents, like countries vote for their Miss Universe.
Who's going to be Mr. Luxembourg? And then there's like 5 guys in like tuxes and like, yeah.
Oh,
and he gets like a sash that says Mr. Luxembourg.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Would you survive a vote of no confidence at your work?
I'd like to think I'd survive that. I mean,
How many people work in your office?
Well, in the whole company, probably like 100. But of people who could actually vote to say whether they like me or not, probably like 40.
All right.
I'd survive that.
I reckon 100% of people in my office will vote for me.
Would they?
Yeah, because I'm that
Will he say that? Yeah, will he say that? But they are also other estate agents who, as we know, are cunts.
Yeah,
so,
all of them are.
So, yeah, well, is it not a time for them to, like, snake you?
No.
And,
no.
You sure about that?
I'm that good.
Is that good, yeah?
Yeah.
You're sure about this, are
I'm
you?
100% sure.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'd say, to paraphrase Brian Clough, I wouldn't say I'm the best estate agent in this town, but I'm definitely in the top 1.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that you have used that for an intro on the show before as well. So thanks for
Yes.
thanks for identifying where you steal all your stuff from.
I did, didn't I? I said, I wouldn't say I'm the best co-host you've ever had, but I'm
Definitely the top one. Yeah.
Well,
So
I'm
you
in
just
the top 1 for a lot of things.
You just stole that from someone else.
Yeah, Brian Clough.
Brian Clough. Who the fuck is he?
Oh, you need to do your research, man. Football research.
Oh.
He is the best manager England never had.
Really?
Yeah.
Is he better than Sven-Goran Eriksson?
Yes.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he better than Steve McLaren?
Yes. 100%.
Is he though?
Stevie Wonder's a better football manager than
Stevie
McLaren.
Wonder. Maybe. Moving on. So next week is going to be our Christmas special.
Yes. Well, we're doing it on the 23rd, aren't we?
Yes. Speaking of that, we had our Secret Santa.
Oh, did you buy any more gay books?
No, I bought him a glow-in-the-dark hat.
Oh, right. Oh, because this is the guy who likes his hats.
He does like his hats.
Yeah.
So I thought he would appreciate a glow-in-the-dark snapback. Yeah.
Did he?
I don't know. I didn't see his reaction.
Oh, right. What did you get?
I have on my desk, these little pop vinyl head things. I've got a little Hawkeye.
Okay.
Because Hawkeye, as we know, is the best Avenger.
Sure.
Yeah. He is, though.
I just said Iron Man.
Do you want to guess how Hawkeye would beat Iron Man?
I haven't seen any.
He'd fire a special arrow at him, mate.
Okay.
Because he's a man with a bow and arrow.
Yeah.
And he's unbeatable. Anyway.
Okay.
So they got me a big Thanos.
Oh.
With obviously the same style.
Yeah.
So I got Thanos and Hawkeye.
Oh.
Yin and Yang. All right.
Okay.
All right. Just the
Love them.
two most powerful people in the Marvel Universe, Hawkeye and Thanos.
I'm going to admit something to you here.
You have no idea who
I had
Thanos
no
is.
idea who they were 3 minutes ago.
Okay. 3 minutes ago?
Yeah, before you started talking about them, I had no idea who they were.
Okay. Well, now you do.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what I got.
Good.
And it was fine. Anyway, what I was saying, in the spirit of Secret Santa, shall we do a Secret Santa between the two of us? Or does that defeat the object of Secret Santa?
Defeats the object, doesn't
Okay.
it?
But if we bought each other a gift and then unwrapped it on the show, so we could get the other person's reaction
Smart.
on the show.
Should we put a price limit in on this?
Yeah, £50.
I'll say £5.
Okay.
£5.
£10.
£5.
£7?
£6.
£12.
£4.
Deal. Let's go with £5.
101 on negotiating.
Let's go. I mean, God, he just absolutely backed me into a corner there. That's the estate agent in you.
Oh.
Backed me into a corner.
But we have to say that, like bath shit is off the table because that's what everyone always gets someone for there.
No. Yeah, obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So no bath shit.
Has to be interesting. Okay.
Okay.
Can't wait. Okay, so we'll do that next episode.
Oh, a trip to B&M.
B&M.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Cool. Right. You know what? I've just bought a robot hoover.
Oh, have you? Well, the little circle thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to buy one.
I bought one today. So obviously it isn't here yet.
All right. Well, what we're going to have to do is let Bobby do another shit on the floor and then turn your hoover on and test it.
I don't think they're built to hoover up entire shits.
Oh, right. Oh, okay.
But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
That would be pretty cool.
I'm also slightly concerned that it will gain sentience and murder me in my sleep.
I reckon so.
Because that's how it starts, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like it would see me as like dirt, which it has to clean up and eradicate, and it would just like have a knife to my throat, like in the dead of night. Be like, oh yeah,
get you. Did you get it in the Amazon special offers?
I bought it off Amazon. I wasn't aware if it was on a special offer.
If you've ever bought anything from Amazon, they email you all the fucking time.
Yeah, I think I don't have those emails anymore. I think I ignored them.
Like they've been doing a massive Christmas Day sale.
Mm.
And every day they email you a long list of everything that's on offer, and it's like it takes you about half an hour to get through the whole list. It's amazing. Never buy anything. It's good to see what's on offer. So they send you a big list of every product they have. Yeah. And you go through it. Yeah, just have a look. Here you go. So today's Christmas deals got it sent at 10 to 1 this morning. Right. View all deals. Oh, here we go. This is going to put the time on the show. Starts off with save £35 on Amazon Echo. No thanks. Save £15 on Fire TV Stick, which I have, and they're pretty good actually. So would How recommend. Much did you pay for it? About £15. How many? I don't know. No idea. This is £25. I don't know. Up to 65% off Rocket Dog Boots. What is a Rocket Dog Boot? It's not as size as you think. It's just ladies' boots. I had no idea what that was. I was like, is it boots for dogs? Yeah. Is it rocket boots for dogs? What I really like is it says like deal of the day, and the deal of the day is save up to 45% on our favourite earrings, and the price range is £8 and 5 pence. And can you guess what the maximum price is of that? No. So the low price is £8. Have a guess what the maximum price is. £9. £5,564 and 25 pence. If you get yourself a bargain there, if you get it for £8. Yeah. What else have they got? They've got like drones that were like 150 quid down to like 90 quid. Drones and robot hoovers and the Echo, Amazon Echo. That's how the robots start taking over. Yeah, right? I agree. So, would you have a self-driving car? I'd love one. Yeah. Yeah. What was I watching? Did you Russia, speaking of countries. I mean, that's a really big Russia showcased the fact that they built a fully working robot, didn't they? Did you see this in the news? Oh, and it turned out that was a man in a suit. I did see that. Yeah, that was good. I didn't write it down. And then they said it was something like journalists became sceptical when they realised that the robot didn't have robotic movement. He was just walking like a man. Yeah, and they had no plans published for it. They were just like, this is a bit weird how you built a robot. He was just flossing, wasn't he? He was just doing some flossing. And they were like, this isn't right. And then they found out it was a man in a suit. Right. Superb. How did they think they were going to get away with that? When in Russia. Oh, well. Anyway, that had literally nothing to do with what we're talking about. Yeah, so self-driving car. Would you have one? Yes, but I bet they're a lot of money. I mean, that's true, and they also don't really exist at the moment. But I'm saying in the future, when they are all the kinks have been ironed out, right? It'd be pretty cool. One? Yeah, but I just see there's a lot of arseholes on the road. That's true. So that should hopefully stop that from happening. Yeah, but I just don't understand how. Say, for example, I had a self-driving car, but I was the only person in the road that had one. How would it stop the arsehole down the road from, being an arsehole and crashing into me? Because a car. Yes, it could react quick enough, but I doubt it would.
I mean, I'm not sure which part to unpack there. If you have a self-driving car,
Yeah.
right, that should be scanning the road ahead to see for any possible hazards.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he'd see this arsehole driving a car, and hopefully he'd like hang back away. Obviously, if he just drives his car straight at you, there's not a lot that car
You're
can
going to keep reversing.
at exactly the same speed. There's not a lot that car can do.
I like one.
But if everyone has one,
Yeah.
then that should hopefully reduce. Obviously, I would rather not have like the first generation of self-driving cars, because that's where they find all the mistakes.
That's where they all go wrong.
That's where they all go wrong. So maybe the second or third generation self-driving cars, but certainly I think that will become a thing that happens in our lifetime.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, 50 years, I reckon we'll all have self-driving cars, mate.
I reckon that it's just going to skip us.
Gonna skip us, is it?
Yeah, we're going to just miss out on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, here is a question though. If you have a self-driving car, would you want it to be programmed to put your life ahead of any possible pedestrians in the street that it might run over? So, for example, you in your car are driving down a road, okay? It sees an old lady in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
Does it A, hit that old lady and kill her, keeping you safe, or B, swerve and drive the car into a tree, killing you?
Run the bitch over.
Run the bitch over. That was very quick, fair enough. But also, okay, if it's like 5 people in the road, how many people equals you, do you think? Like
several 100,000.
Several. So if there's an entire football stadium's worth of people on the road, then you're happy for it to swerve into a tree and kill you and save them.
Yeah.
Okay. What if it's you, okay, in the street, there is a toddler and an old lady, okay? Which one should the car pick to run over?
Both.
Okay. So first hit the old lady, and then reverse, and just hit the kid.
Yeah, even if the kids ran off onto the path, I don't care.
just mount the curve.
Yeah.
it's just running through fences and stuff. And just
drive through his house front door. Where is he?
It's like the film Christine, when the car comes alive, and the kid just runs down like an alleyway, and the car's it's got nowhere to run.
That's what I do. Get them both.
Get them both.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. So, Jason, have you got any topics you wanted to talk about today?
I'd like to talk to you about noisy neighbours.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because
it's a subject very close to my heart.
Yes. Well, I live in a flat, as you now know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the flat
when I had to drag your drunk ass up those 3 flights of stairs.
Exactly. Well, yeah, I live in a flat, and it weren't built very well, I don't think. There weren't a lot of soundproofing, and there's a family that live above me, so they're on the top floor.
Oh, above you. Oh, yeah.
So
I suppose that you have to deal with people being up, around, and below.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's like a whole new dimension of noisy neighbours.
The good thing is about living in my flat is that there's an old lady underneath me, and she might think we're a bit noisy sometimes, but she has the heating on all the time. So I never have to have my heating on. Because her heating just warms up my flat at a nice level. Really good. But the people above me have got like a 4-year-old kid.
Yeah.
And like a toddler. And every morning between 6 a.m. and when I leave for work at 5 to 9, that toddler...
You've got 5 to 9?
Yeah, I start work at 9. I work around the corner.
Yeah, but leaving at 5 times a bit late. I mean, even I leave at 8:40 to get to work.
To be honest with you. I run that place. So that toddler's having a tantrum. The fact that he either can't play, or he doesn't want to go to school, or it's not time to go to school yet. Right. And he's really excited. And then every evening, so that's
in the morning.
It gets me up, and it sticks with me till I get home. Till I get home from work at 6 o'clock. At 6:30, up until about 9 o'clock at night, that kid then has another tantrum because it's his bedtime.
Right, okay.
It is the most annoying child I've ever witnessed in my life.
Okay. Have you seen the child and the parents before?
And I have sort of mentioned it to them.
Have you? But how do they...
It's a bit tricky.
A kid's a kid, though. I mean,
it's a bit tricky, but also...
That kid doesn't give a fuck about your routine, does it?
No,
he's just a kid.
How can you have a tantrum at least twice a day, every day.
Because it's a child.
That's not
and
good.
Children don't know anything.
That's still not good parenting, though. I don't think.
Okay, all right. You know what?
Let's reevaluate this.
You've just said that, all right? So I'm going to save the time code on this episode, and in a few months when you're a parent,
right,
I'm going to play back this soundbite.
My kids are going to be an annoying pain in the ass.
Yeah, and we'll see if you can do it better.
The worst thing is...
you won't.
The worst thing is one of them works weird shift times, and 3 nights in a row, they must have had their phone on the floor or something, because at 3 a.m, there's been an alarm going off. Doesn't wake them up. Wakes us up, because it vibrates and you can hear it through the floor, and they didn't answer it.
That would be
3
so
nights
annoying.
in a row. First night, they didn't answer it for about half an hour. They kept going off and off.
Oh,
Second night was
God.
about an hour. And the third night, it was going off from 3 a.m. till about 5:30. It just didn't wake them up. Horrendous. So we emailed their landlord or their letting agency company just to moan about them, which were just like, look, this is unacceptable. We understand children make noises, but, the alarm and the constant banging and shouting all a lot is unacceptable. To which the letting agent replied, we've spoken to them and passed on your complaint. So they gave them our names, which is,
You can't do that.
You can't do that.
Can't
Data protection.
Yeah.
They then said they gave us their full names, which you can't do. Data protection.
Yeah.
They then said
and the kid's full name, and his school,
and his whereabouts,
and his PIN number.
And then they said that they feel a bit upset that you didn't contact them directly because. And then we said, well, we didn't want to because it might cause a bit of aminosity. I can't say the words.
Aminosity, yeah.
A bit like that. And then,
almost like it's causing now.
Yeah, and then they
aminosity.
replied-
But now it's worse because now there's a third party involved.
But the agent told them that we didn't tell them that because we thought it would cause a bit of disruption. So the agent's like, oh yeah, it won't cause it by the way because we've told them for you. And it's like, well, it has caused it, and now I haven't seen them for like a week because I've been avoiding them. Most mornings we leave at the same time. I've been late for work for the last week because I've been avoiding them. It's just horrendous. Perks of living in a flat, you get cheap heating if you live above an old woman.
But also,
disadvantages is noisy fucking kids and people above us.
You get a free alarm though, don't you?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not for the time you want it to be, though, is it? So it's kind of pot luck with the whole alarm system.
But however, I did get a Christmas card from a different neighbour. That was very sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that it, or
that's it?
Is that the entire story?
I'm not sending them one back.
Okay, why don't you just say if you wish them Merry Christmas on this episode,
yeah,
and then hope that they listen to the show.
Good idea.
Do that.
David and Maureen, thank you for your Christmas card. I hope you have a magical Christmas and a wonderful New Year. Lots of love. Flat number 15. You're not having my name.
You're not having my name. Yeah, even though we do say it at the start of the show.
They don't know my last name.
I say that at the start of every show, don't I?
Yeah.
And I'm here with my co-host Jason Lewis.
Oh, you do. Well, that's just my stage name.
Your stage name.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely not everyone. Shall we do a Cat's Comment Corner?
Yes, let's do it.
90 degrees, that's a corner. Type of settee, that's a corner. Your enemy, that's a corner. Cat's Comment Corner. That's the real corner.
Cat's Comment Corner. There you go, you don't need...
Was that an impression of our theme tune?
No, what is it? He goes, what's in a corner? This is a corner. Cat's Comment Corner. That's the real corner.
Yes, it goes like that. Okay, you'll like this one. Name 5 left backs in the world better than Danny Rose. And then John says, Madeleine McCann left back in Portugal.
Hey!
So I was saving that one up for that.
Madeleine McCann themed show today.
This one I got off one of the sort of Felixstowe pages.
One of the ones I'm banned from.
Yeah, banned from. Yeah. This is a really weird post. But anyway, someone had got some mail which is not for them, and so they're trying to find the owners of the thing. So it's to Mr. and Mrs. D. Lube.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
And the first guy says, "That seems like a slippery situation."
Oh, superb.
That's good. This is a comment off an article about NASA who have just flown by the sun in a probe, and someone's put, they should go at night. Okay.
That just makes your brain hurt, doesn't
And then someone says, everybody knows that NASA is a government-funded Photoshop company.
Superb.
Because I'm pretty sure that's what flat earthers think.
Yeah.
They think NASA is like some big conspiracy, and that all the photos NASA take of Earth being round, they say, is incorrect. However, they seem to be fine with the fact that Mars is round. So they believe Mars is spherical.
Why?
Someone sent them a tweet and said, "Is Mars round?" And they said, "Mars has been observed to be spherical."
I mean, what about...
Why don't you apply that logic to your own planet?
What about, when they see the sun in space, in the sky, or, the moon in space, they see a circle?
They think that the sun and the moon are both spherical. They just don't believe that the Earth itself is spherical.
I don't believe that. I don't
It's
understand.
true.
So they think everyone's round apart from them.
Yes, that's exactly how it is. Everything they see in space is round apart from them.
That's stupid.
That is stupid, isn't it? Right, on that stupid note...
I have one thing I need to run by you.
Go on then.
You mentioned the Fearso group, the one that I'm banned from.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me that on the drunk episode I messaged one of them again.
Did you?
Well, I sent him an alert. You know, obviously I was saying I was banned, so I sent him a message and he ignored me.
Oh, that does ring a bell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, on the drunk episode, I sent a wave emoji to him, and he still ignored me.
No, I sent that wave emoji.
Did you? Oh, right.
You gave me your phone and I waved.
All right. Well, I messaged the other admin a couple of days ago, a long old one, and she's ignored me as well. So the two admins for the Felixstowe residence page, go fuck yourselves. I'm out.
Mic drop. Please don't tap the microphones.
Yeah.
Great.
So they can go fuck themselves.
Shall we end it there?
Yeah.
Right, guys. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So, Jason, where can you get more Sweet Connection in your life?
Well, Ben, we are on Facebook at Sweet Connection Podcast, and we're also on Twitter at SweetC_podcast. So you can give us a like or a follow.
And you can also find us on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, and Podbean. So if you enjoyed the show, you can give us a rating or a review or recommend to a friend.
And if you wanted to email in a topic or a question or just say hi, it's thesweetconnection@outlook.com.
Massive thanks to Kip for all our various jingles. Thank you for listening and see you next time.